Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever it is at your house when you opened up this video. Welcome to Cooking with Cathy, from my kitchen to yours. Now, this is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and it is the morning here where I am. And on Tuesdays, we usually swim in Miss Lindsay's class. And tomorrow, every other week on a Wednesday, we cook. So I thought it would be fun to cook with you today and to do a little video. Now, going with our theme of spring, I thought, what could I cook with you? And I thought, well, let's make dirt dessert, because most kids like dirt dessert. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get a cup or a bowl. And at any time you wish to stop this video, you can do so and run and get your ingredients and come back and restart it. Or you can watch the whole thing and maybe make it later or tomorrow or whenever you have time. So anyways, you're going to need a cup or a bowl, and this is the cup that I have chosen. Now, what goes in the bottom of dirt dessert? Well, dirt, of course. And what do we usually use when we make dirt dessert? Oreo cookies. Well, you know what? I looked all over my house, and I couldn't find one Oreo cookie. I don't think I bought Oreo cookies since my kids were in elementary school, and that was at least 15 years ago. So you know what? If you guys wait right there, I'm going to grab my keys and I'm going to grab my wristlet and I'm going to run to the store. It's really close. It's just around the corner and I'll be right back. Hold on. Uh-oh. I forgot. Yes, the grocery stores are open, but we're not allowed to go to them every day. We're supposed to make a big list and go maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. Go as little as possible. So now what can we do? I don't have any Oreo cookies. I guess we're going to have to experiment. An experiment means to try something different, or we'll have to improvise and make a substitution. So I did a Google search and I said, "Hey Siri." She said, "What can I help you with?" And I said, "What color is the soil in different parts of the country?" Soil is another word for dirt. And she brought up all these images. And you know what? Soil doesn't always look like Oreo cookies. Sometimes it might look like a Cheez-It. So maybe you have Cheez-Its you can use in the bottom of your dirt dessert. Sometimes it might look more like a Flips. Dark on one side and light on the other. Sometimes the earth is even more red. Maybe you have some granola bars. And yes, if you can't read that, it's because it's in French. My sister left this last time she visited from Canada. We could crush those up in the bottom of our dirt dessert. Or we've tried these at school. And I know some of you don't like them. But if you have some of these, you could crush these up and put them in the bottom. But I've chosen some windmill cookies because they kind of look like dirt too, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to put your cookie or whatever it is you've chosen into a Ziploc bag. And then you're going to take something. I'm taking a rolling pin that actually used to be my grandmother's, and we're going to crush them up. So you can pause the video if you want and go get your stuff. And when you come back, you can crush up whatever you want. You can use a can maybe. If you have a toy that's pretty stiff, you can use that. And when you're done crushing up whatever it is you've chosen to put in the bottom of your dirt dessert, you just pour it into the cup. And I think that does kind of look like dirt somewhere in the world. So the next part of dirt dessert, we usually use chocolate pudding. I don't have any chocolate pudding in my house either. So if you don't have chocolate pudding in your house, you're going to have to look around. Look around, do a scavenger hunt, be an investigator, and find out what it is that you have that you could put in next. You might want to put in maybe some peanut butter. That's kind of muddy looking. And yeah, that's from Canada too. The only kind of peanut butter my husband will eat. You might have some applesauce. You could put applesauce in next. Anything that you think would taste good with your cookie. or whatever it is you put in the bottom. Well, I've been eating a lot of yogurt, so I am going to open up this yogurt because I think this raspberry yogurt will taste good with my cookie, and I'm going to put that in next. I've got my yogurt in now. Now, on Dirt Dessert, we usually put whipped cream on next. I don't have any whipped cream either. I don't really like it. If you want to know a secret, when I first moved to Ohio, Mark and I would go to a restaurant called Friendly's. Some of you parents might remember that. And we'd get a sundae. And I'd say, hold the whipped cream. And the secret is, because I didn't get whipped cream, they gave me extra caramel. I was so excited. And Mark would sometimes get mad because I had more caramel than he did, or more peanut butter, or more fudge. So I'm not going to put whipped cream on here. But if you have some whipped cream, you could put that on next. Instead of whipped cream, you could put on some marshmallows. It's the same color as whipped cream. I don't mind marshmallows, but I'm just going to put a couple because I'm not that crazy about them either. Now, the next thing we would do if we were at school is we would put on some gummy worms. We find gummy worms in the dirt, don't we? I don't have any gummy worms either. What else could we use? Sometimes we at school will make ants on a log. And ants on a log is celery with peanut butter and then raisins. Raisins are the ants. And we find ants in the dirt, don't we? I don't have any raisins either. But you know what I do have? I have craisins because I've been eating a lot of salads and I like craisins in my salad. So I'm going to put on a few craisins because sometimes ants are red, aren't they? Now the other thing you could put in here is, Christian, mushrooms. I don't think mushrooms would taste very good with this, but we find mushrooms in the dirt, don't we? Christian especially loves to tease me about eating mushrooms because I don't really like them. So I'm not putting mushrooms in there, but if you like mushrooms, you could try it. I don't think it would taste very good with the ingredients I have in my cup. The other thing you could put in is maybe some nuts, because nuts are very healthy for you, and they sometimes look like little snails or little bugs. So I'm going to put a few nuts in mine. Got to get your protein somehow, right? The other thing you could put in is maybe some chocolate chips. They could look like little bugs, right? Chocolate is always good for you. So I'm going to put in a couple of chocolate chips. Or you could maybe put in some sunflower seeds, because sunflower seeds could look like little bugs too. And then, remember the chocolate bar I showed you guys, the Aero bar that my husband had in his secret stash, in his secret drawer that he doesn't know I know about? I went in there and I found these things. They're called Cleveland Rocks. And they kind of look like rocks. I know they're candy of some sort. He got them in a gift basket. They also kind of look like, this one looks like a robin's egg. We could put some of those in here. Don't tell them I took them. I don't think he'll notice. He hasn't eaten them yet. Now the next step would be to enjoy your dessert. I hope you had fun cooking with Cathy. Hope to see you next time.